Welcome everyone, we are in sunny Florida, and today we are on a journey to catch some bait fish. What we're using today is native salt clam. It's a preserved clam in salt, nice and tough. Fish can't steal it off. You don't have to refrigerate it, you don't have to freeze it. After you're done, you don't have to throw it away, you just put it in your backpack and you're good to go. Nice. Save that.
See that?
Big fish already.
Big fish, still got the bait.
Nice.
All right.
Classic salt clam.
Classic salt clam maneuver right there. They grunt too. I don't know if they can hear it on the microphone, but.
Let me give it a cat.
Yeah, that's why they call them pig fish, because they grunt like a pig.
That's good to know.
Killian is the maker of salt clams, and since he's catching all the fish, I want to know more about his bait.
Alright, I'm Killian. I bought this bag of frozen clams at a bait shop nearby here, Sebastian Inlet, this morning, just to demonstrate a little bit of the difference between frozen clams and the salted clams that you can purchase from my website, nativesaltclam.com. So this is what we got out of here. We counted them. We got 5 clams, 2, 3, that's the part of that one. So I got 5 clams out of that. You can see there's all this muscle right here is worthless. Throw that away. It will not stay on a hook unless you put it in pantyhose. Then when we do salt clam, we cut all this guts out right here in the center is removed, so that you get only this meat here from the clam on the foot. And then we include also this siphon, which is a little oranger. This is what the clam breathes out of, and we cut it off right about here. So you get siphon and foot with salt clam, whereas frozen clam for $4 you get this right here. It's decent bait, but it won't stay on the hook, whereas the salt clam has 30 to 40% of the moisture removed and has been cured with salt so that it becomes tough and stays on the hook much longer than frozen or even fresh clams. So this is just a comparison. Here's another big ass chunk of muscle. This ain't bait. A lot of what we get in frozen clams ain't bait. They just throw it in there. Whereas when you get native salt clam, every bit of it is bait, and you don't have to worry about waste or showing up someplace and not having enough bait because maybe they didn't put 4 clams in it, they put maybe 2. Every time you get my bait, you get the same weight of clam. You know exactly what you're gonna get and exactly how long it'll stay on the hook. Yeah. Right?
Another one?
Bonita, when you're in deep water, like you're on a coast of deep water.
Huh. Oh, this one. You gotta make me want to do it. We need to catch 12. Another piggy?
Another pig.
All
one
right.
Yeah.
You're kicking my butt here.
Still got half my bait.
Gotta change my rig out.
Top hook. Yeah, this little rig is deadly right here.
These are like the perfect rigs. Work for everything basically. Change out these hooks for bigger hooks, you can catch some big fish.
Or smaller for smaller fish.
Or smaller for smaller fish. It's a paternoster rig, that's what I call it.
This is how I tie just a standard little bait rig. And of course, nothing ever really is ideal. I don't have the little clips that you would use to use these type of bank sinkers. Eventually the mono can wear through the lead, but so what? 3. I use a uni knot. But very dependable knot. Easy to tie in the dark. I can tie it with my eyes closed in the dark, in the rain. I didn't put any spit on this one, but anyways. I like to stick with one or 2 good knots that I know very well and can tie in any condition. All I use is a double overhand. I just take the leader, make a loop, double, go through both, and then just through again. And then I can figure out what length I want it, but with my left hand I can get it to the length I want that way. So see, they're both the same exact size loops. Nice and close together, close to the bottom when you're going for these little pig fish and pinfish is ideal. And then I leave a little bit of room, because I'm using fluorocarbon because I'm just used to using fluoro now. And I leave a little bit of room above till the swivel. That way they're not looking at the swivel as much. I mean, I don't know if it matters or not, but
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
catch fish, so it must matter. And then you can also use a double uni to attach it to your line. That way you don't have problems with this swivel going through the eye. But I'm just gonna use a swivel today because I'm feeling lazy. Five times through, pull it tight, bam.
Looks great.
I use these today. What I got is little 2/0. Owners don't have to be owners. I just had a bait shop, so I got a bunch of these laying around, so I use them all the time because you can't really beat them. They're like $5 a pack. And the little doubled up line, here's one immediate advantage for Brendan's rig is it's hard to get sometimes a double 20 through it. Worked out good, but and then just take the loop around the hook and pull it back, and there the hook's attached just like that. That way if I want to switch out hooks later on or something like that,
Pretty easy.
yeah, and it holds them on really well. And I've always liked the double abrasion resistance that I get with the loop, you know, having that, because I've had fish chew through one half of the loop and still bring them in because the tension of it holding onto the eye will still bring them in, you know. So it's a reliable. That's a beautiful little bait rig right there.
Yes,
We're gonna catch us a bunch of pins and pigs today with salt clam, and then we're gonna take them and we're gonna go catch some beautiful blue sail cats, which are tremendous fighters, tremendous predators, as opposed to channel cats, which are bottom fishermen. The sail cats go for live stuff like finger mullet and shrimp and other fish, so they're more delicious to eat, and they're also much more aggressive fighters, and they get big. They get 25, 30 pounds. Nice with this stuff too, because bait fishing, if you get a bite or two, you're kind of still fishing for a little while with some confidence that you might still have some bait on there.
Yeah.
Not every time they nail it, you know you're baitless. You know?
Like shrimp, I feel like if I had shrimp out there, every time I get a bite, I'd have to bring it back.
But they got me. I mean, they're I think I'm supposed to take a piece of those.
If I had shrimp on here, every time I get a bite,
Yeah.
I would have to bring it back and check.
Right.
Whereas like when I'm using salt clams, I can leave it out there even if I get bites, because, you know, I've seen on underwater footage, like that's my proof, that these little fish can't peck it off in a second. Not like they can with the shrimp. Pufferfish, they can just take the whole shrimp in a second. Cut it right in half.
But our hooks still do get cleaned off quite often, even with salt clam. I know mine do. Sometimes I go fishing on the beach and there's so many crabs and little yellowtails, I call them, some kind of yellowtail fish around, that it's almost impossible to keep any bait on the hook.
Those, well, I'm not surprised, because the mangrove snappers are like professional bait stealers.
Yeah,
They're really
mangroves I
good.
can catch.
They're good at nipping around the bait and leaving you just the hook.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're nothing like the yellowtails on the beach. They are just the primest bait thieves of all. You don't even feel them biting and they just take it. And crabs too. They get these little brown, spotted, speckled sand crab they're called or something. They're brown and white speckles. And sometimes there's zillions of them out there and they just chew your bait up in no time. And there's really no stopping a crab.
You have a bite?
Looks like you got one.
Oh yeah, something. Probably the right kind. Come on, baby. Come to Papa. Yep, when they come up to the surface like that, it's usually the right kind. You know? Especially like croakers, spots, stuff like that, they'll come up. When you start reeling them in pretty good, they come right to the top.
Yeah, and they just flap on the top.
Correct. Whereas, you know, the catfish and stuff and other fish will stay down way more. A nice bait. Oh, and also don't forget to remind people that these things at a bait shop, if you can find them, are $2 to $3 a piece. These baits right here. And so, you know,
Pinfish,
pigfish, croakers, you buy live big baits from most places, you know, sometimes they're a little cheaper, but they're usually at least $2 a piece, if not $3, if you can get them. Then a lot of times you got to buy them the night before, keep them alive, because that morning they're not going to have them. So we're going to catch a lot of money worth of bait with just a few dollars worth of salt clam. You know, you can turn this salt clam into a lot of high dollar bait, and turn this salt clam into high dollar food, high protein, high food value, delicious food. So, you know,
Exactly.
a simple bag of clams and some effort and some information that, you know, Senko skipper would be glad to give, and people can catch their own food and feed themselves and have a great time while they're doing it.
Yeah.
And with this, when you're done fishing, you don't have to chuck what you don't use. You just put it back in the fridge and use it next time.
Look,
Yeah, you can.
hungry?
I had a customer who said his house guest ate a bag of his, and he was bummed because he was supposed to go fishing and it was gone because the person ate it. So we sent him another free bag because we felt bad for him. But these, I would imagine, are edible. I'm not. We're gonna find out actually, probably. But you know, the fact of the value of it, the value of these clams is the thing that I like the most, because they catch the fish, they stay good over time.
Yeah.
You don't have the waste.
What you got on
You know, it's the ideal bait.
I think she got stuck.
And then if you're trying to catch pompano love it, and whiting love it.
Yeah, I've noticed.
I mean, they love it. Whiting really like this stuff.
Yeah.
She's stuck.
She's got a rockfish. So here again is our frozen clam. Perfectly good bait, just has a lot of challenges. This is what you get for $4. This is a bag of native salt clam. This retails for $10. Here's what you get. You get 5 ounces of trimmed clam meat and 3 ounces of salt. All right. There's a foot of a clam. This foot probably was this big, but it shrinks down when you salt it a lot. We lose a lot, 30 to 40% of the volume of water is lost from what the product we purchase to when we package salt clam. And here's another piece of salt clam. Oh, what's this? Another foot. Perfectly trimmed, the gut's taken out. It can be torn in half for a nice big pompano bait. It can be broken into small pieces for catching bait. You can use scissors if you want to be very precise and put it on little sabiki rigs and stuff, because all sorts of small fish and big fish eat clams. Every bit of clam in this salt clam is bait. This right here is a siphon. You can tell because the flaps open up like this, and you can see the tubes where they breathe from. This is the toughest piece of the clam, and you always want to hook it in the oranger, the end part of the siphon, because this is the toughest part of a clam's innards. I'll just show you what else is left in here. Just bait, 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 bait with some salt. So you get, this is a 5 ounce package of clams, something like that, 4 to 5 ounces package of clams. This costs $4 to $5 depending. This right here is salt clam, this costs $10. This is all bait. It's tough as nails. Look at that, you can barely pull it apart. I mean, you can pull it apart, but it takes a little effort. It's tough. Whereas you look at this stuff here, it just comes right apart like nothing, you know? So this is tough bait. Every bit of this you can put on a hook and catch a fish, whereas with this you got to trim all the guts away. You probably have 50% of what you have right now will be actually bait. So a value comparison with salt clam, and then if you're done for the day, you just throw these away or feed them to the birds. With salt clam, you just put them back in the refrigerator and use them the next time, so you have no waste. What more can I say? Catch more fish, no waste. Food fish love salt clam.
No guts, all glory.
No guts, all glory. Thank you very much, everybody who's liked our page and our product and purchased our product. Angela and I and the rest of the crew are very grateful. Thank you.
If you guys are interested in using native salt clams for yourself, you can order some in the link below, nativesaltclam.com. And also, if you're wondering, will native salt clam work in my area? Well, here's the great thing. Killian has just started a Facebook group where people are posting what they've been catching in their area. So go check that out. I'll include the link below as well. And if you have caught anything on native salt clam before, post it on there, see what other people are catching, and let's start sharing the stuff we catch.